Hello and welcome to a new episode of my Python Coding Challenge series. In case you missed last week's challenge, I'll leave a link to it in the top right-hand corner of your screen, so don't forget to check it out first and then return to this video for the solution. For those of you who have already attempted it, here is my solution. First, as you can see, I have already written down the main parameters you were given in the problem. That is to say, the total number of students, the student-to-teacher ratio, the cost and number of passengers in both the large and small coaches, as well as the total number of days the trip will last. In order to calculate the number of coaches the headmaster will need, we first need to obtain the total number of passengers, and that involves calculating the minimum number of teachers required for the trip. In particular, we can say that the number of teachers required will be given by teachers equals math.ceil of students divided by students per teacher. What this means is that the number of teachers is always rounded up to the nearest integer greater or equal to the total number of students divided by the student-to-teacher ratio. So, if there were 280 students, that would require 14 teachers, as this is given by 280 divided by 20. But since we have 285 students, these will require one more teacher, bringing the total to 15. Having calculated the minimum number of teachers, we can now calculate the total number of passengers, which will be given simply by the sum of the number of teachers and the number of students. So we can say total underscore packs equals students plus teachers. Having done that, we can now calculate the total number of large coaches, which we can call num coach L for large, and that will be equal to the integer division of the total number of passengers, so total underscore packs, integer division with respect to the capacity of each large coach, which is given by coach underscore L. We will then have a certain number of remaining passengers, which we can call remaining packs. And this we can calculate by saying total packs minus num coach L times coach L. Now that we have our number of remaining passengers, we have two possible scenarios. One, where we buy an extra large coach to fit the remaining passengers, and on the other hand, we could hire multiple small coaches to better suit the number of remaining passengers. However, our main priority is to minimize our costs. So, first of all, let's calculate the potential number of small coaches required to satisfy our needs. We can do this exactly in the same way we calculated the number of large coaches, but this time we can say num coach S equals math.ceiling of remaining passengers divided by coach S. On the other hand, remember that our second scenario involves using one extra large coach, so we can say extra coach L equals 1. Now to calculate the scenario with a minimum extra cost, we can compare how much it would cost to hire an extra large coach versus hiring a number of smaller coaches. We can do this by saying min extra cost equals minimum of num coach S times coach S price versus extra coach L times coach L price. Now that we have the scenario with the minimum extra cost, we can calculate the total cost of the trip. We can do this by saying total cost equals days times num coach L times coach L price plus min extra cost. Now that we have all our values, we can finally print our results. We can say print teachers, and then we can say print total cost. And now if we run our code by pressing the F5 key, you can see that the trip requires 15 teachers and will cost £7,320 for 3 days. So those are the values that the headmaster was looking for. I hope you liked this school-themed challenge, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. In the meantime, make sure to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the Coding Specs family. Also, you can check out my tutorials and previous coding challenges by clicking on the links in the top right-hand corner of your screen or in the video description. If you have any questions or suggestions for future challenges, don't forget to leave a comment below. As always, I look forward to seeing you next week for a new and exciting video. And until then, happy coding!